Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and hope wherever you are, you're sorting things out and enjoying a an order in your life that you can live with and you're happy with. Today, I want to go a little bit deeper in our conversation about the reasons that you feel the way you feel after a breakup, how devastated, how needy, how weak you feel, and you're wondering if everything that you wanted in life has passed you by. And perhaps that brings despair and anxiety to you. And together we want to examine, can we go deeper and understand really what's happening, or is what we think is actually what's happening? So for that, I want to ask you to come with me and think it through. Don't just listen to what I say. Don't just accept that what I say, but use it as something that you should ponder on, and then go inside your own psyche and examine it. See, is it really true in your own case? Is it true in the case of humanity and how we humans think and are affected by things? So I just want you to be involved rather than just listening to what I say, because listening to what I say may sound tranquil and reasonable, but then if you don't really understand how we came about these conclusions, this understanding, you will forget. And tomorrow you don't know why, because again, I'm not talking, you're not listening to me. So I want you to be the talker in your own understanding and about what you discover. So let's go to it. I don't have any particular roadmap to get you where I want to get you, but I do have something that I want to deliver, and hopefully together we can do that. So bear with me. It's like I'm thinking out loud. So you have broken up, and suddenly you think everything has changed, there's no more hope, you feel anxious, as if you're losing something precious that is irreplaceable. That's how we feel, irreplaceable. That's what brings anxiety and fear. Wow, it's like the last apple in the store, the only apple in the store is being bought by someone else, and you believe there's no more apple. And why is that? Is it because the apple is air, is oxygen to your lungs? Is apple the only food around that you can have and survive and not perish from hunger? Or is it because there are other apples, but you want this apple because it's a pretty apple? And what does that translate to? It brings you a certain pleasure of knowing that you have something valuable, that this pretty apple actually is yours. So the me is really what's causing you to really want that apple. It's not all that the apple is the only or is the best or whatever quality that you can imagine is in it. It's partly because the me feels satisfied when you have the pleasure of being with this apple. You feel important. That's one thing, isn't it? What is the other thing? The other thing that you feel so devastated is because you think it was that only one person, your partner, whether you're a man or woman, but let's talk about from boy's point of view, because that's what this channel is all about. So you think that girl, that woman, is the best of the best. Is that so? Is it because of the woman is got something that no other woman in the world has and makes you feel the way that you can't get that feeling from any other woman in the world, any other relationship in the world? Or is it because that's the way you're programmed to respond to your desire to attain, acquire, achieve pleasure? And then we go further. Why do you want pleasure? Is it because you have been programmed through your life that you have to have an excuse to live? And that excuse is to go out and try your best to feel good. And to feel good, you need to have pleasure. So you're focusing on an excuse for living, and that excuse is to feel good. So you go on a car and you drive a nice fast drive. You want to feel good. Important. I did something that makes me feel I've done something extraordinary, so I feel important. So now I feel good about myself. So you're always after that feeling good about yourself because you need an excuse to appreciate your life. I have to have the best car. I have to have the best watch. I have to have the best suit on. I have to have best shoes and clothes. I have to have the best house. I have to have the best girl, best looking girl. All to make me feel good about myself because I'm incapable of seeing the beauty and the blessings of life to be alive, but I need excuses. I need to feel good about certain things that are not basics or necessities for my life. But I need that to feel I'm important. I am more. I'm better than what I think I am or what others think I am. So you're always looking for an excuse, and this excuse has been translated into feeling good. What makes me feel good? So many go after drinking. I feel good. It's an excuse to be feeling good. I got to find something to make me feel good. Being alive and being happy and pursuing my dreams and projects is not enough. I have to feel good. So some go and start falling into the trap of drugs or gambling. Momentary feeling good, the excitement, to have an excuse rather than facing the reality of life. Building and feeling satisfied and content about these positive lifestyles, you're looking after feeling good. Now, these are the extreme ends of it. But then we come forward, we even let that leach into our purpose of finding a woman or partner for yourselves, if you're a lady. Then you feel that being with a woman is also to feel good. So pleasure has become the reason for your pursuit of anything it is out there that you want to go after to make your life feel worthwhile. Why? Is it because that particular woman that you've chosen is the only way that you can feel how you want to feel, how pleasurable you feel, how important you feel? What do you think? I think it's kind of silly to think that we are only able to dance to one music and enjoy the dance. So it's silly to think that there's only one woman out there that makes me feel special, or I end up feeling wonderful or feeling fulfilled by being with that woman. Is it the woman, or is it my desire for pleasure? Is that the only way I can fulfill and attain that pleasure, or is there other women that also could create the same feelings with me, in me? Is it the woman, or is it the program that I am in to respond to a woman with certain characteristics. And is that woman with certain characteristics the only one around that I had the experience with and is now broken up, so therefore I have to lose hope? Or am I programmed to respond to similar opportunities, maybe even better than this one I would respond or feel? A funny example would be like, if you're ticklish, is it the finger of your friend or your brother or your mother or sister or father or girlfriend or boyfriend? Is the finger that makes you respond and laugh, tickle you? Is it the finger, or is it the fact that you are capable and programmed to respond to such agitation or feelings of movement in laughter? Is it the finger that makes you laugh, or is it the fact that you will laugh no matter what, even a stick or finger, child, old man, young man, old woman, young woman, anybody, anything that results in a tickling of the funny parts of your body? Is it that finger? Is it that piece of stick? Is it that action of that particular person, that particular finger? Or is it the fact that you are designed to react to such motion at such part of your body and burst into laughter? If you can answer that, you can answer then, is it the girl that made me feel so special and feel as good as I did, feel good, feel pleasure? Or is it me who's programmed to feel good and feel pleasure in light of, in response to, in front of, in interaction when interacting with a woman that possesses certain basic characters that I like, and vice versa? Your partner, whatever your relationship is. Think about it. It's not the finger that makes you tickle, it's the fact that you're ticklish no matter who tickles you. So find someone who you will find has enough skills to create a good laughter, a good tickle, which means you're capable of finding another person and bond with and understand and enjoy and feel the pleasure that you want to feel and the importance that you want to feel, and create that wonderful hopes and whatever it is that you felt with the one that you just broke up with. Some of you write me and tell me, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I think my life is over, I can never find such a beautiful girl again, such a girl who was everything to me, and all that, so forth, so forth. A few days ago, I didn't have time to make a video, but I wrote something down. I was just doing something, and quickly I just wrote something down because I remembered this particular email that came to me that was telling me about how he can't eat and so on. And so many of you have done the same emails you sent me, that I can't breathe, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I feel so bad, was the only one, and all that, so forth. So I wrote something. I want to maybe just share it with you. Perhaps you can do some pondering on it yourself and see if that delivers any kind of a sense to you. So sometimes you say, I wrote, you can't sleep or eat because you are conditioned to think that by suffering of the body, you become holy, pure, innocent. And you prove that you're deserving of what you desire. By putting yourself through some suffering of not eating, not sleeping, and feeling sad for yourself and so on, you're kind of trying to feel holy and pure and innocent, and proving of what you desire, proving that you have been a victim, thinking there is a God of some kind watching you right now. And by seeing you suffer, it will side with you. You think by hurting yourself, you will be a victor in the eyes of the watcher. This watcher could be your God. This watcher could be your own consciousness that is watching your thoughts, which we had a video on this. The watcher and the watched, the controller and the controlled, the observer and the observed. If you go back to that video, and then you will see what I'm trying to say. So by suffering by hurting yourself, you feel that you will be a victor in the eyes of the watcher, and be considered the innocent and become subject of pity by some certain whatever power observing all this, or you think it's observing all this, or you yourself are observing how you're feeling. You're becoming your own watcher. Indirectly, you're expecting your ex to feel pity on you, considering her more important than you, because you need something she has. When you feel something that you want is in the hand of somebody else, you think that somebody else is important. It's not that somebody else is important, is what that person has in his hand, is capable of offering, is in control of what you want, is what makes you think that person is important. But it's not the person that is important, is what you want from them that makes you think they're important. Like the ice cream man that is selling ice cream. You think the ice cream man is so important. It's not because the person is so wonderful and wise and holy and fair and whatever, protector of the righteousness and all that. It's because he's got the ice cream. He's in control of the ice cream and you want to have the ice cream. So you are very polite with the guy, or you think he's very important, and then suddenly he becomes an authority because he has something, he's in control of something that you desire, that you want. It's got something that you don't have and you want it. The same thing. When you have a certain kind of a need for a relationship with this certain woman and gives you certain feeling of importance and what we just talked about, she's in control of what you want, which is that feeling of psychological security, that pleasure. It's not her, it's how you're programmed to respond to what she's in control of, which would fulfill your desire for that particular feeling of pleasure. But by being so weak and needy and hurting yourself and hoping that the watcher will feel pity on you, you're also indirectly expecting your ex to feel pity as you consider her more important than you, and being the decision maker. You consider her being the decision maker, hoping her to have mercy on you, which is all in your thoughts, as she's no better than you, or he's no better than you if you're a lady, or however your relationship is. Your partner is no better than you. At all, and you are complying and behaving as a slave to your desire. And it is not her who is calling the shots, but your desire for pleasure and to satisfying your ego is ruling your day. So, in that case, then you will be more clear why you want the girlfriend back or you want the boyfriend back. Because it represents pleasure, and pleasure replaces any shortcomings in accomplishments or other things that might be missing in your life. So in other words, you're replacing pleasure for everything else that you're missing in your life. And you go for that pleasure because when you get that pleasure, you feel good. And when you feel good, you don't feel you haven't accomplished the stuff that you wanted to accomplish. Let's get the Goku out of the ditch here. It's not respectful to Goku. So, when you feel pleasure, you feel good. And when you feel good, you don't feel you have any shortcomings in anything, that you haven't accomplished much in your life. You feel good because when you accomplish things, you feel good. So when you have a pleasure of some kind, you feel good. And when you feel good, you have no reason to think anything is wrong with you. So you have replaced pleasure for everything else that could be missing in your life. And that's why pleasure, which in this case from a relationship, a girlfriend, becomes so important, which causes you devastation, feeling that it's the end of your life. You can't breathe, you can't eat, you can't sleep, because you think you've lost everything that was making your life so feel complete, all achievements in place, and so perfect. Where you really should be focusing on how really making your life be as complete by following your studies, your projects, your work, your job, whatever it is that you plan on building in this life, instead of replacing it all with the pleasure. And with this pleasure, you've given it the picture, and the picture in your mind about this pleasure is to be feeling the way you feel when you're in a relationship with your ex or with your girlfriend or however it is, your boyfriend, whatever your relationship is. And that is what makes you feel so devastated, instead of really seeing you're in charge, you still have the ingredients in you to feel the way you felt with this one, with the next one. Like, it's not the last apple in the store. It's just one apple, and you can go and find another one, and you'll still get the same benefits, nutritions, and feelings, and the pleasure out of it if you give yourself a chance. So perhaps this would be something for you to think about and enjoy, and if not, then the next video, hopefully. Talk to you soon, and have a wonderful day or evening.